Hello everyone and welcome back to Avid Reader. Today we are going to Lothal. It is 10 o'clock in the morning and today's weather is great and good for a journey. The sun is shining brightly and the sky is a brilliant blue. Projections for the weather conditions by the Met Department read a temperature of 28 degrees, humidity 35%, calm wind and clear sky with cloud cover of 30 to 40%. Ahmedabad city has evolved to major A-class city recently. Residential and business complexes have come up in this part of the city, which shows vibrancy and the developmental activities happening on a faster pace. The AC is set on a medium and comfortable temperature. An old Hindi song is playing in the radios. There were torrential rains on the previous day morning. This is the aftermath of the rain. The roads are waterlogged and vehicles find it difficult to move. We are now driving in full speed in the highway. Even though COVID is going on, it seems like the pandemic is over as there are quite many cars moving through the highways. The four-lane roads has made the journey easy and time-saving. On the way, we can see many such trucks carrying rotor blades of wind turbine, which has become a major renewable energy source for the state. As the journey goes on, let me tell you all something about Lothal. Lothal is a part of the Harappan civilization. In fact, it is the only part of Harappan civilization which is present in India. The meaning of Lothal in Gujarati is the Mound of the Dead, which is also the name of the city of Mohenjo-daro in Sindhi. People in villages neighboring to Lothal had known of the presence of an ancient town and human remains. We can see some cattle grazing over the meadows. I was thinking how these cattle remained the backbone of our civilization for many millenniums. As recently as 1850, boats could sail up to the mound. In 1942, timber was shipped from Proacto Sarangwala via the mound. We can see many agricultural fields in this area. The main cultivations here are cotton, sesame and groundnut. Lothal seems not only to have survived but to have thrived for many years. Its constant threats, tropical storms and floods caused immense destruction, which de-established the culture and ultimately caused its end. Some analyses also show signs that at about the time of its demise, the region suffered from less rainfall. Thus, the cause of the abandonment of the city may have been the changes in the climate as well as natural disasters. The people of Lothal made significant and often unique contributions to human civilization in the Indus era in city planning, art, architecture, science, engineering, pottery, and religion. Their work in seals, beads, and jewelry was the basis of their prosperity. We have now reached Lothal. The site has an archaeological museum. For a bad luck, the museum is undergoing renovation and was not opened for visitors. Let us now explore the archaeological site of Lothal. We are now on the way towards the dockyard. The dockyard is a trapezoidal structure with north-south length of average 215 meters, that is 705 feet, and east-west width of 35 meters, which is 115 feet. The dock with the canal opening allows water to flow into the river, thereby maintaining a stable water level. It was located away from the main current to avoid deposition of silt. It is speculated that local engineers studied tidal movements and their effects on brick-built structures, since the walls are of kiln-burnt bricks. This knowledge also enabled them to select Lothal's location in the first place, as the Gulf of Khambar has the highest tidal amplitude and ships can be sluiced through flow tides in the river estuary. The dockyard was also the place where trading of goods happened. We are now moving towards the upper town, which has the acropolis in it. A tourister is walking in front of us. Maybe she is in search of her ancient roots of thousands of years. While we tour this place, let me tell you some facts about it. Lothal's Acropolis was the town center, its political and commercial heart. There were three streets and two lanes running east-west and two streets running north-south. The four sides of the rectangular platform on which houses were built are formed by mud brick structures. The baths were primarily located in the Acropolis, mostly two-roomed houses with open courtyards. The bricks used for paving baths were polished to prevent seepage. The pavements were lime plastered and edges were wainscoted by thin walls. There were also a sophisticated drainage system. Our next destination is the bead factory in the lower town. The first thing I see here is a well. The well seems to be pretty deep as I cannot see it clearly. Now, let us tour this place while I explain the structure of the bead factory. The bead factory, which performs a very important economic function, possesses a central courtyard and 11 rooms, a store, and a guardhouse. There is a cinder dump as well as a double-chambered circular kiln, with stokeholes for fuel supply. Four floors are connected with each other, the upper chamber and the stokehold. The mud plaster of the floors and walls are vitrified owing to intense heat during work. The remnants of raw materials such as reed, cow dung, sawdust and agate were found, giving archaeologists hints of how the kiln was operated. This seems like the cemetery. We can see that there are less remains of structures here compared to the other places. Perhaps there were less structures when this was built as well. Let me give you a tour of the lower town. There was a person who was selling some items of colorful stones. Maybe they are the new age Lothalites. I brought these two things, a green paperweight and a tray made of stones. Thousands of years back, the beads and stones made on this township were exported to many parts of the world and they earned foreign currencies. After a tiring journey, we stopped at a nearby restaurant to eat food. I ordered a Gujarati thali, which has developed to this form by many hundreds of years.